Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Patcher Productions podcast. This is episode 3. I am your one of your co-hosts, Patrick,
And I'm the other one.
and the silence there, waiting for him to speak.
I was like, is he going to introduce me? I'm
No,
going to
yeah.
introduce myself.
I don't introduce other people.
Gotta introduce myself in this podcast.
All the views in our previous episodes are just us rewatching, so I figured you'd have known it by now. The 30 sometimes that you've watched it.
Yeah.
And I apologize if there's any actual viewers.
Yeah. We haven't forgotten about you.
Yeah.
We just don't think you exist.
Yeah.
We dream of you every night when we listen to ourselves talk, but
yeah, exactly.
can't be sure.
Yeah, look at all those views. We're famous.
Oh, baby, 27 of those. I only watched it 25 times.
Oh God. Okay. First off, I want to apologize yet again about not having podcast last week. It was spring break for me, and we tried to fit it in to our busy schedules, but it just wasn't happening last week. And usually we record on Tuesdays, but it's Wednesday now because yesterday we were both busy as hell. So I guess this is how it's gonna go. We're both very busy people.
Man, we sound like we've got lives when we say it like that.
I know, right?
we should say that more often.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. So we're gonna keep trying to make this a weekly thing, but if there is anyone who actually watches this, please don't get discouraged if we miss a week because we'll come out with the best episode ever on the week.
Oh yeah,
because we've had lots of time to come up with the topic.
Yeah, we definitely didn't do our usual plan in the last 5 minutes for the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
While the Skype call was even on.
And just to pad out the podcast even more, right now we're going to begin our 5-minute For Honor talk.
Has it ever been 5 minutes?
It's usually been about 5 minutes.
Oh, well, hot damn.
So I'm starting the actual timer for the podcast now, and let's talk about For Honor. So the patch came out. How's Valk looking up now?
Valkyrie's now playable, and I've seen a whole lot more Valkyries.
That's definitely good to hear.
It's
a bit more variety overall.
It's kind of absurd how many good Valkyries have come out of this patch now.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely a good class. Definitely a good class.
Like before, it used to be like, oh, thank goodness they have a Valkyrie, and now it's like, oh fuck, they've got a Valkyrie.
Yeah, exactly.
Valkyrie to me is a very interesting character because a lot of people like Kensei or Peacekeeper or even the Warlord, their forward dash attack is usually pretty predictable and very slow.
Yeah.
But that's because their attack comes at the end of the dash animation. With the Valkyrie, her dashing attack, you can trigger at any point during the dash, which basically means that it is essentially her fastest attack as a forward dash attack.
I've seen it. It's kind of crazy. It's very difficult to predict or react to.
It's crazy. My advice for facing Valkyries would be, assuming you're not within like reach of any of her normal attacks, if you've gotten some range,
right.
Top block.
Yeah.
Because that is the only one that, in theory, should hit you without you being ready for it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, she's definitely a good class. She got a lot going for her. Other details on the new patch. Warlord and Conqueror are the slightest bit more manageable now.
No,
not at all.
Not at all. It didn't change anything.
Yeah, it didn't actually change anything.
As Warlord was not good because of anything they nerfed, and I think they know it.
Yeah. Yeah, but then again, the devs don't seem to know anything, as horrible transition into the hilarious statement from the devs. One of the devs on the live stream. Someone was like, how do you counter Peacekeeper? And he's like, oh yeah, Peacekeeper's definitely very strong. Then he starts naming off some examples of counters, and he says, a passive Conqueror, which I'm like, okay. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. But then he's like, yeah, but if you look at the stats, Raider, the Raider is a PK killer. And the guy he's talking to just like laughs as soon as he says it, and then like stares for a second and realizes he's being serious. He's like, he can't believe it.
Like this guy.
Yeah.
I want to see the dude who goes, "Oh man, look, it's King Richard. It's legendary Peacekeeper. Oh man, what do we do? Don't worry, I've got a pocket raider."
I want to see that. I want to see it so bad.
That's.
I'll leave a link to the little clip in there in the description, but it's really funny.
You're a raider, legendary.
Oh my god. No, yeah, I thought that was very funny. Very funny.
That's just amazing.
Concerning our own For Honor shenanigans, I'm back to college, so I can't play. What else is new? But Shjon's been holding down the fort for me. Holding it a little too hard.
My warden play has gone pretty high tier at this point when I'm on my game. Once I brush all the rust off and the connection from Ubisoft is nice enough to let me play the game. It is very, very satisfying.
Yeah, and I know you also put a lot of time into Valk and Raider.
Yes, Raider I put time into just because the Raider is really fun to play. Even if, he's really low tier, honestly, he doesn't have a lot of good tools, he's still really fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And Valkyrie, I always wanted to learn her, and now that she's actually got some buffs on her, and I don't feel like I'm gimping myself just by touching her.
Oh yeah, it's definitely good to hear. I even want to play Valkyrie, it just looks really, really cool.
She's really fluid, really fast, really fun.
Got some crazy mix-ups too, it's just kind of astounding to see.
She doesn't really need a whole lot of damage like people complain, because once she gets you in a vortex, it's really hard to get out of unless you basically read her like a book.
That's very true. That's very true. People have sort of figured out the Warden Vortex. But people still getting used to the Valkyrie Vortex. Pretty crazy. Alright, so if that cuts it, if we're out of things to talk about, that'll end our little For Honor Corner. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for tuning into the podcast, everyone. Next week.
We still had a topic. Easy there. What? You still had the topic you wanted to talk about.
What topic?
Our recent duo shenanigans were basically.
Oh right, yeah.
In order to play together, as in Dark Souls 3, which we played the hell out of. Oh, it's like our favorite game. Our characters, thematically, they looked very similar, and they had, very varying play styles, and we even did a New Game Plus 7 run together. It was great fun. And so we're like, okay, let's get that same magic back in For Honor. See these two coming in a brawl, and it's like, oh man, they got the same emblem. Look at these guys, they're great. So we're like, all right, let's go for that. Oh, I usually do Warden, Valkyrie, or Raider, which is my preferred fun times, and he does Orochi. It doesn't really go together.
I've only played Orochi.
So I was like, okay, I guess I can just pick up Orochi and it'll be the two Orochis. And, apparently that wasn't going to fly.
Listen, buddy. If we're running a team, having two Orochis with the exact same skill level, because we've watched the exact same sources, it doesn't make much sense. Anyone that figures out one of us will figure out both of us.
So, in light of that, here I am, even currently as we speak, practicing the Kensei, so that there's still that thematic resemblance. They both got their katanas.
I keep telling him he should just do Warden.
Well, I've already got Warden, and the Kensei so far has been a pain in the urethra. I spent, as of last night...
It's very painful.
I think like 6 hours watching Endervex and Alpha Strike streams for the reputably best Kenseis.
Oh, yeah. Well,
it hurts. It hurts a bit.
It's a tough learning curve with the Kensei, so...
My boy needs some buffs.
Yeah. I hope you figure him out.
Me too.
Our silly little team.
I don't feel like going Shigoki.
Yeah. but I don't know why.
Like that doesn't strike me as phonetically similar. Look at this quick little assassin. Oh, and here's Roadhog.
But I like the contrast. You know, you got little quick assassin, and then you got
Shrek. Yeah.
sumo wrestler.
I thought about Nobushi, but then I was like, but Kensei uses the same weapon, so.
Oh yeah.
Oh, a better weapon. Nodachi, katana. I forget what a short katana is called. My inner weeb failed me. I think it's called a wakizashi.
Something like that.
Pretty sure it's wakizashi. All right. Inner weeb, not let me down.
So thanks for running our 5 minute For Honor corner over 10 minutes. So I appreciate it.
As soon as you said no, you've always kept it 5 minutes. I'm like, I got this.
I'm just trying to slide out of this corner, and you say no.
I'm like, look
it's
at
not
this
over
guy
yet.
Trying to dodge around my sacrifice for him.
He calls it a sacrifice. God damn it.
I could pick up Orochi and go high tier in 2 days. Instead, I gotta fuck with the Kensei.
Yeah.
This dude who's top light and is top heavy do the same amount of damage.
It's a self-imposed challenge there. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to introduce our topic of the week?
All right, our topic for the week this go around is fun. We say fun, but in hindsight, not all of them were fun. Stories from us. Growing up is that generalizes a bit too much. Not like we were 6 for half of these, but
yeah. Most of this is middle school. We met in 5th grade.
Yeah, stories through school, middle school, high school. Oh, story of how we met. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. That one was pretty fun too.
All right, you want to kick off with that then?
That
makes the most sense, I think.
Now, technically, we met in the season 1 of our lives when we were 10 years old. But little known fact, we had a nice cameo, a crossing of paths, the year prior in 4th grade.
That is true.
Where I think it was study hall because we didn't do our homework, so we couldn't go to recess because we were bad kids or something like that.
Whatever it was called, we weren't allowed to go to recess, basically.
Yeah. So I went into this teacher. I was new. I just moved there in 3rd grade from New Hampshire.
Right.
My boy Pat, I think, moved down here from Pennsylvania earlier than that. So, how much earlier?
I stayed in our school system from kindergarten on.
So, okay, so yeah, you got here much earlier. I didn't know anybody.
And for some reason I couldn't form those words right there, so
yeah, I was like, man, that's tough.
Yeah. But continue.
So I went into teacher's room. I try not to say names. Does it matter? It's just a last name. Name's probably changed by now.
That's fine.
Okay, so
we won't name first names of any people in this story. Any stories? Well, yeah, we're a bit late into that.
We have to protect our identity. You wouldn't download a pizza.
I have our names on the thumbnail, and yet we're here like, hi, I'm Eric, and this is
it's my boy Nolan.
Jesus. Okay, continue. Sorry.
So we're in study hall, and I'm a sad little dude. My life's falling apart. I look like the boss baby put inside of a nautical outfit.
Right.
So not doing too good. And I'm just watching other people to feel less bad about myself. Like, oh man, their lives suck too, huh? And lo and behold, who do I see but a strapping young gentleman of 9 years just walking across the room, and I'm like, oh man, wonder what this kid's up to. Goes to the teacher and he's like, do you have any unopened chapstick? And the teacher's just like, what? And Miss Long's like, what? And he's just like, chapstick. And she's like, why would I have chapstick? He's like a completely unopened thing of chapstick, not even an opened one. He's like, I've seen teachers who carry around suitcases of chapstick. And she's like, sit down. And that was my.
I got
first encounter.
I got so fucked over. Listen, it was the winter. Got the chapped lips. There was no hope. I could barely speak. And this teacher here just could not. She let me down. Okay.
You get chapped lips worse than anyone I've ever met.
I don't. They're not even bad anymore. But like, people don't buy singular tubes of chapstick. They buy like packs of them. There's like 5 or 6. So I figured if anyone's likely to have just like a bunch of chapstick lying around their desk, it's this, nice teacher. So I'm going and begging her for chapstick, and she just couldn't. She didn't have it. It was disheartening.
She was just not having it. That was our cameo.
That was our original interaction, so to speak. I don't even think I noticed he was there.
No, I was quietly in the back of the room wishing I wasn't there.
Right.
I don't belong here. I'm not a hard girl. This is a mistake. Let me out.
I don't belong in the slammer.
Yeah.
God.
So fast forward next year, and it's 5th grade. We're in a Miss Colbert, Miss Gregory, Mr. Stock. We get so many teachers cycling through. But come that art class, I forget the art teacher's name. I forget what the project even was.
I forget it as well.
It's been how many years now? Like 8?
Oh Jesus.
Man. And so this was right around 2008. The Dark Knight for Batman had just come out. We are huge comic book fans.
Mm-hmm.
And
just low-key writes that down on my phone, like next week's topics.
Yeah, that's smart. We can get me talking faster. And both of our dads were like, yeah, that new Batman movie, Dark Knight? Yeah, you're not watching it.
Yeah.
Too gruesome, too violent, it's too dark.
To be fair, it's probably best that we didn't watch it at that time.
Yeah, shit was fucked up, dude.
Yeah. All right, go on anyway.
And I spitefully, because I was a spiteful child, and I'd like to think I'm a bit above it now, but so my entire art project was just drawing the Joker. I didn't even draw the Joker, so I just drew like his mouth.
You were so edgy.
And just wrote "Why so serious" in the most edgy font. Panic at the Disco would have paid me to do a logo. It was so edgy. And this fine connoisseur of the arts, who was just casually strolling by, in real life, drops a one-liner. He just goes by it and just goes, "Huh, always the Joker's motto, eh?" Fucking word for word. It's verbatim. I still remember.
I was such a stupid kid.
I was so impressed by this guy. I was like, look at this cool dude. I was just like, no, I just really like Batman. I can't watch this movie. And he's like, oh, me too. And that's it. That's how you make friends when you're a kid. It's that fucking easy.
So, yeah, that's completely true. That is exactly how it happened. How did it... It was. How did it go on from there? God damn it. I'm so tired. I'm sorry if I sound just really out of it.
Yeah, neither of us slept.
Yeah.
My fucking circuit breaker in my house or something broke in my room, so all my alarm clocks went off. So I had to stay up all night so my brother would get up in time for school.
Ouch. All right, go ahead.
I don't know. I think you just kept talking about Batman. You, who rightfully probably knew more about it than I did, because you actually watched all the cartoons, where everything I watched was Spider-Man, because Spider-Man's the fucking bomb. And yeah, then it moved on to Star Wars, and then it was just, oh, you like writing? Well, I like writing. In reality, the only thing I'd written at that point is like a children's story called like The Wolf and the Dragon. I don't even remember what it was about. It was so unfortunate.
Just by the title, I do vaguely remember you writing something like that.
Oh, that was a tragedy.
That's one way to put it.
And now look at us. Our free time is writing.
Very true. Very, very true.
So that was how we met in 5th grade, was by writing self-insert fan fiction together for Star Wars.
Uh-huh. Are we
Uh,
telling them about School Duel?
let's do it.
All right. I'll lead off here. Here we go.
Oh boy, it's time.
There's this great YouTube video. I'm gonna link it because everyone needs to watch it. It's like it was this high school project by these two guys, and they put it up on YouTube, and it's just like the final fight of Revenge of the Sith, but like in a school. Like they were just stealing lines from it, but
Yeah.
it took a really like cute little twist on the story. Like he turned the guy that was supposed to be Anakin like turned to the dark side because he was getting bad grades, and like the Emperor promised him he could get better grades. So the Emperor had him sneak into the high school at night and like slice the report cards in half. I'm not even exaggerating.
It's exactly what happened. I remember.
Yeah.
They had a full tense scene where he was looking at him like he just killed a bunch of kids, and he's just holding two sizzling parts of her folder.
It was supposed to like represent like the scene where he goes and in episode 3 where he goes and murders all the separatist leaders or something. So anyway, his former master, this obvious Obi-Wan guy, just like follows him in, and they just straight up quote Revenge of the Sith. So they're just talking to each other for a little bit, and then they have a fight. It's actually really really well choreographed lightsaber duel. Like,
Yeah, the effects were great. The choreography was
still
amazing.
holds up. It really does. And then like he turns to the light side at the end. It's just like a really abrupt ending. And then they made 2 more where they expanded the story a little bit. And it's like I would love to just explain the entire thing, but it would take half the podcast. But
Yeah.
it's so funny. You guys have to watch all 3 episodes.
To this day, a lot of our writing still references a lot of what went in that video.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we liked it so much, and since we were so unoriginal when we were 10, we just wrote School Duel. It was called School Duel. We just rewrote it with our names as the main characters. I'm not like seriously. We switched out so little. We did reverse the order where we made it so the second and third parts were the first and second parts, and then the episode 3 was where you turned to the dark side and destroyed the report cards and everything. Yeah, but we were such nerdy kids that we went and read it to the class. That was so funny. Like I can't remember, but I know that kids were just like staring at us like, what are these nerds?
Who are these people?
Yeah. Why are they reading to the class? Why are they taking our class time?
We had a bit of a fan base going though. There were a couple people who actually liked it.
We actually did, yeah.
Which it's unfortunate in and of itself.
Yeah. So anyway, after these 3 parts, some people again we had the little fan base, and they actually really enjoyed it. So they were like, you guys should keep going. And we're like, but there's no more YouTube videos.
Yeah, we're all out.
What do we do? So then we actually started to get a little original. Sure, we were stealing from, the other Star Wars, like the actual Star Wars movies. But then it really started to expand, and I think the first season was 13 or 14 parts.
14.
14 parts, that's it. And we had this huge story of Shjon, who was the Anakin. He was like he turned to the dark side, and then he turned back, and then he got an apprentice, and then he turned to the dark side, then he turned back. Like it was this massive story, and we were using names of some of the other students, like a friend of ours,
shamelessly self-inserting.
Yeah.
Just like, oh man, these people like our books. They get to be in them.
Yeah, exactly. just putting our fan base in. That was so funny. So then we continued to write more, and we wrote so much School Duel stuff. And I guess that was the beginning of our writing. It's a shameless Star Wars ripoff with our names on Earth. So that's basically it.
And from there, I built off a lot of fun projects that were shamelessly inspired by other things as well. Like, we had Adults versus Kids, which is the again, all self-insert names,
Of
which is
course.
just the idea that kids all across the world decided to rebel and take over because they were tired of being governed by adults.
It was so bad, but it's like this serious war drama. Okay?
It's,
It's like with like murder and death
betrayal.
and betrayal.
It's some really deep shit going on in it.
And it's like the story is about like 11-year-olds who just
Yeah.
like didn't want to do homework anymore, so they went into a literal World War III using machine guns and high-tech weaponry against the adults who also fought back and were murdering their own children. Like, holy shit.
It was good.
It's a fucking masterpiece. Yeah, we that I guess School Duel started off our writing, and a lot of our old projects are just like our names, just but it was fun. It was fun.
It was quite nice. So those are our early writing. Also, that came up in 5th grade was an obsession that took over both of our lives that wasn't writing, and that was probably the greatest thing Hasbro's ever come up with, Bakugan.
Oh no, I'll let you talk about this because I'm cringing out of my seat right now.
Oh man, I still have all my Bakugan
That's-
in 2 special suitcases that I keep hidden under my bed.
I sold
can
all
s-
mine. I actually still feel really bad about it.
You sell it, fuck.
Yeah,
That was ours, damn it, we built it.
I actually still have
Give it
my.
back.
I actually still have my 2 favorite ones, believe it or not, on a shelf. So that's good.
I just remembered a whole lot of cringier shit than our playing Bakugan days, and I'll make sure to get into it. Yeah, we were introduced to it by a couple other people, and we took to the game like fire. We fucking loved it. We played it every day. We collected them. We like imagined scenarios with them. We wrote out battles that we'd had, and we dramatized them because we had so much fun.
Oh, just to interrupt you, for anyone that doesn't know, which is most people, because like it's so dead and so old, it's like a card game, but you have these little toys that are part of the card game, like to represent certain characters and all that. Like imagine, it's kind of like Pokemon, but like
Pokemon meets Beyblade.
yeah, basically it's that type of thing.
I didn't like Beyblade for the longest time because it was competing with Bakugan and
Exactly.
it technically won.
Yeah, it did. I'll put some sort of link in the description so you guys can see sort of what it looks like. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, we went on a huge collection. It was basically our lives. There were so many events that happened in our childhood that are just like entirely based around Bakugan. Like this one day, this person had too many Bakugan and didn't want them all, so they just went out to the field where we played at recess and just dumped them all on the ground and said, "Here, take what you want."
That was like
Greatest day of our childhood.
listen, like have you ever seen those movies where it's like the apocalypse and someone drops food on the ground and like 40 people just like tackle each other for it? Yeah, that was us.
Could have been in a Jewish train cart, and they wouldn't have fought as hard for bread as we did for those Bakugan.
It was like there was like 10 people just crawling all over each other, and Shjon collected them all, but I only used the one specific color, so I just like snatched up like 3 and then ran off. But Sean's in there like swinging a sword around, like keeping everyone away.
Back,
Like,
hungry heads.
He's got them all like under him, just like protecting him. No, but
My precious.
that was fun. That was fun. I'm glad that happened at least.
Mm-hmm. It got to the point where we again wrote self-insert stories about Bakugan based on the show, but then with our own story. Oh, okay, it was very based on the show. We took our friend, whose name was Mike, and we changed the main villain of the show, Masquerade, to Mike'squerade.
It's still the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
We were so proud of it.
It's so genius.
And I mean,
Why was Mike always the villain? He was the villain in School Duel too.
He was just, I don't know, he was such a chill dude.
We
Why
really
was he
liked
always
him.
going?
I still really like him.
I don't know, he's just He's got a personality that we can exploit for. His personality in the books wasn't even like in reality. I don't know why he's always the villain.
Yeah,
he's just a.
Good point.
I don't know.
Yeah. But
So. We did that for a while, and into 6th grade. And into 6th grade is actually where a lot of our of our more coming to age fun story starts, and that would be let's see. If we're using fake names, but we're only allowed to use last names, then fuck, we need a name to describe our childhood.
For who?
Her, my friend.
Oh, okay.
The only person who matters in 6th grade. What are you talking about?
Let's use let's use Serenity.
Okay.
Just
let's do it.
Yes, we're doing it.
Fucking
guys, I'm sorry. This is like the biggest inside joke ever.
Just to spite you, I'm gonna think of Serenity Wheeler from Yu-Gi-Oh instead.
Okay, do that.
So basically, 6th grade was when we turned 11, and it's naturally when we became adults. Everyone knows that children become adults when they become 11. So that was when we started realizing that this goes there. Boys have this, and girls have that, and.
We started to like girls. It was less about the books and it was more about the pussy.
No, that would take me another couple years.
Yeah, but we didn't. That not for lack of trying.
So basically, we met this girl named Serenity, and she was incredible. All of our friends going into 6th grade who we'd met in 5th grade or who we'd met and made that year, barring I think Alex, because I don't know what the fuck Alex's problem was. Alex didn't give a shit. He's like, what, women? No, dude. I like metal. I don't fucking know what Alex was like back then.
Yeah. He'll be on this podcast soon, hopefully.
Oh yeah, we're fucking Alex. There's no escape. We used his first name. He's gonna be on here.
Yeah. we gotta find Mike and get him on here too now.
Yeah. God.
Mike, what's up? I haven't seen you in 3 years, Patrick. Oh, too bad you're coming on the podcast.
Hey, look, I know we haven't spoken since we were actually infants, but can you give us an hour of your time on Tuesday?
Yeah.
And she was funny. She liked all the same things we did, which was, pretty rare because usually females would look at us and regurgitate pretty rapidly. So Skylar was a godsend in a group of what one of my ex-girlfriends called aeropostals, people who just cared about what they looked like and were all popular kids and just unfortunate.
Right.
And she was just super. Oh, she liked Bakugan. That was enough to steal our hearts. But she wasn't crazy about it like either of us were. She was edgy, which is more than we could ever ask for.
That's entirely true.
Oh man, and just I almost don't even remember what separated her more than everybody else, but it was definitely there, and we all knew it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't subtle, everyone kind of liked her, but no one was really forward about it. We were just all friends. No, everyone really liked her.
Everyone, absolutely everyone. Everyone in our friends' crew.
It was pitiful. There was no subtlety at all. I remember really, really cringe. A couple of really bad experiences that we can go into a bit, like school dances. Our favorite drink was Dr. Pepper.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
Pepper. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'll just go and I'll be that slick dude, the one you hear about in all the stories, all the movies. Just go buy her a drink. You're 11,
buying a drink.
Your heart's beating fast. You forget to check for simple things like if she has a drink already. So lo and behold, I forget if it was you or if it was Tim who bought her a drink. Hey, Tim's got to come on the podcast now too.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tim.
We're getting Tim on here.
But someone bought her a drink already, and so I come walking up with these 2 sodas, and everyone's looking at me like they know what the game plan was. And you were sort of loud. Is that drink for somebody? And I'm like, no, I'm just really fucking thirsty. I fucking chugged down 2 Dr. Peppers, spitefully. Like, yeah, I usually drink this much. I've got a tapeworm. It's a pituitary problem.
Holy shit.
Oh, it was unfortunate.
Oh yeah.
It's my fucking. Why do I say that so much?
Where
did I get this? Where did this start? So there was that. I remember Tim, I think, got her email.
He did. The fucker. We were so mad.
I remember
it was like he did it. He did it. That's oh my god.
But on a field trip, I had to sit next to Serenity on the bus.
Right.
And what the fuck did I say? Sky? I'm high off my mind. I need some more sleep. I got to sit next to the Sky.
You watch too much Skies. The stream.
Yeah. Nice.
Self-inserting.
Yeah, I was sitting next to iSkys here, and he was talking about how he's going pro.
His warden play.
He's teaching me the warden tricks. No.
Now I gotta link Skies in the goddamn description.
Yeah,
more work.
Link Skies. Cool dude. Sitting next to Serenity on the bus.
Yeah.
And just it was cool. Get to talk about a couple of things she likes. It was nice. And so I remember meeting with Tim afterwards, and we were all jealous by his email. And I'm like, well, you don't know the things we talked about on the bus. And he was all like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, some cool stuff. I learned her favorite color. Not to flex too hard, but and I remember trading all the information I learned for her email in my dream journal that I kept as a kid. I still have her email written down.
Holy shit!
I think like her old phone number too, like her home phone number though.
None of us had cell phones. For anyone that doesn't understand that.
Yeah.
So it's all about email.
To be fair, I think I have her cell phone number now from when my ex wanted to talk to me badly for some reason. We just used her phone instead because they were hanging out at the time. But yeah,
I'm like the only one who still talks to her. Basically, I completely fucked up with Serenity in 6th grade. Like I was you had Tim here, and then you had Shjon like fighting neck and neck, and then there's me just like in the boat.
He's just so
it's true. Right. So,
wipes the milk mustache off his face. Cyranoid's the only woman I need in my life.
The Bakugan. No, yeah, but we still chat every now and then. None of us like her anymore. Oh, do you want to tell about 7th grade when you had a chance with Serenity?
Oh. We still got a couple more fun stories in 6th grade where by the end of 6th grade, people were getting ballsy. It's like, oh no, the year's gonna go. We don't know if we're gonna see her again.
Oh, that's so true.
So everyone starts making their moves. And I mean, she played along with everybody. She was fucking 11. We don't blame her. She
was playing everyone. She knew it.
She fucking had all the angles.
She knew everyone was like obsessed with her.
It was good, positive attention. She needed it.
Yeah.
Man, my cat's caterwauling again. And I remember it was to the point where like everyone was playing footsie with her.
Everyone. That was a huge thing.
If you got to sit in front of her, you played footsie with her, and you fucking loved it. Me being
and the worst part is that she'd humor you.
Yeah, well, me being an idiot, not knowing what footsie was. I didn't know how to play footsie. I had to take it out with Tim, and that was a frustrating conversation that we had. But
dude, who was it that just like didn't know what footsie was and just like rammed her, just like kicked her as hard as they could in the shit? Was that
me?
Was that you?
That was me. All I remember was playing with my dad because me and Dad played hockey and soccer like forever, so I inherited like his really strong leg muscles, I guess. It sounds pretty awkward, but I mean it's true. And so I remember like whenever we would play around, it'd always be like pushing back and forth, see whose legs were stronger, just like fight for dominance or whatnot. And I guess that's sort of what footsie is, but no. I fucking went in there like it was a war zone, like no foot left behind. And I was my legs are pretty strong for 11 years old. And I mean, you'd see where she was sitting across from me and where I was sitting, and like the desk would start moving back like 3 feet from where I was just pushing. It was
so funny.
It was so bad. It makes me wish I didn't have legs.
Oh my god.
There was the one day where I was absent because I don't remember what.
Oh, when someone was absent, that was like you had to move in. That was your chance.
I never fucking did that. No one gave me the fucking move-in memo. Like, we all got an equal chance. She'll just choose.
But as soon as you were gone,
as I'm fucking absent, like 3 of them. You, Tim, and fucking I don't even know. Was it Tommy?
Must have been. Oh, now we can't bring Tommy on the podcast because his voice is grating. No, but
I love you, buddy.
Yeah, we do.
One day, and fucking everyone's all like, "Yo, I'm like, how do you feel about this? Are you allowed to date before you go?"
That was the big question.
Oh, asking for a friend of a friend's of a neighbor, and she turned everyone down. It made me really fucking happy.
She did. She was the master of turning people down. I would know. See, I told you I was the most behind.
7 years.
Yes.
And so that was the majority of 6th grade. We all still hung out in like the bowling field trip where we went bowling and then ate at CC's Pizza. That was fucking great.
No, that was great.
We were all but then comes 7th grade and all the classes get mixed up. We actually don't entirely lose each other. We still have like lunch together. We still have like gym class together.
Oh yeah.
Which has a couple fun stories in and of itself.
Yeah, wait. If we're going by years, do we tell our favorite story?
Yeah.
Let's detour real quick. All right, here we go. So, we're walking back to class from lunch or something, right? So I have this switch bag. If you guys know what those are, it's like a tiny little book bag. So I'm here walking, and we're walking so I must have had something in my hands or something, or the switch bag must have been really heavy. So I'm like, I don't really want to carry it, and I guess the strings were broken, so there was only one string. So I'm like, okay, there must be a better way for me to do this. So my genius ass takes the one string of the switch bag, puts it around my neck when there's a 40-pound textbook in the bag, and my weak 11-year-old ass cannot handle it. So suddenly I'm here getting choked to death by my own switch bag in class. So we're just coming back from lunch, and everyone's like sitting down, and I'm just in the back of the room
dying.
Actually dying. Like I couldn't funny, like the funny thing is like I was actually joking, and everyone's sitting down. I'm just completely ignored. I can't speak. There's like nothing I can do, and everyone sits down. The teacher looks over, sees me standing in the back.
Patrick, could you take your seat, please?
Yes.
Looks like Squidward eating a fork.
That's what she said. She said, "Patrick, can you take your seat, please?" And I'm there, like, holding my hand out to her, desperately clawing for life.
He's blue in the fucking face.
I was actually fucking choking to death. And she's just like, "Please, can you please sit down? Take your seat. We need to begin."
I'm in the back row, so I'm like 5 feet from him, and I'm like something's not right here. Not all is good in the hood. And she's like, "Oh, Patrick, I need you to take your seat right now." Patrick, I'm not joking around. This isn't funny. This is a serious classroom environment. We take our education very seriously here. I need you to take your seat. That's it, Patrick. We're not playing around.
She actually ranted about it.
You think I'm a weak ass nigga? I ain't play. I grew up in the hood. This song. You think we'd go back? You think we were in the streets together? And she got so mad. She's like, you need to take your seat right now. And he's dying, and I'm just, I had to. I just got up, and I could see that this Einstein here is choking himself out with his switch bag. So I'd literally just walk over and lift it up a little. And lo and behold, the air comes flowing back in. And that's the story of how I saved his life.
I still owe him one.
No,
he still hasn't.
You've since repaid me your life debt.
So, I don't know. I absolutely love that story. I was just getting completely destroyed.
In hindsight, I like to think back on it, and I think if he just stopped, dropped, and rolled, and just fell to the ground.
Yes, but my issue is I just had it stand there. I just kept standing there.
Yeah, you're the hero of just standing still. You should be doing something. Like a similar story in 7th grade when we were in gym class, and we'll use her first name and not her last name because the story's just not complete without her first name.
Yeah.
Shayna.
Oh, yes.
One of the popular girls.
Oh, she was the most popular girl.
If she dared look at you funny, then I guess you just basically shit gold bricks. You were the bee's knees. Right. And we were just standing there at the corner of gym class, probably talking about Bakugan or School Duel. Yeah. You know, that's just how we were. Shjon, I'm too old for Bakugan now. I'm moving on to a new phase of my life, or something like that.
And then I continue to play it.
Yeah, and she just walks up. She saunters up with as much of like a hip swing as a 12-year-old can have. I don't think 12-year-olds have that like female hip swing yet.
No.
Yeah, I remember Serenity got hers when she was like 13. We thought it was cool.
We did.
God, we're such fucking weird kids.
We're so desperate. We're here reminiscing on an 11-year-old.
We're like, oh man, that 11-year-old ass.
We need help. Cancel the podcast. There isn't what happening next week.
Welcome to the official Jailbait podcast. and she just walks up, and she gets that coo in her voice, sounds like a cat purring, and she's like, "Hey, Patrick," and I'm just sort of like, this nigga, this dude. I'm like, this guy's got moved. Who am I with? Am I with the Don Juan here? Like, oh my god.
Before you say it, I hadn't seen her for a long time, all right? Like, last time I even, like, saw her face was quite a long time ago, okay?
And I'm a believer.
So, go on.
And so I'm stunned. I never knew that this man slayed such mad pussy at the age of 12. And he looks her dead in the eye. And I'm like, what's he gonna say? My fucking dude. And he's just like, I don't know you. Dead to her fucking face. She's stunned. She can't believe what she's just heard. I can't believe what I just heard. I think I'm hallucinating. Am I dreaming? I pinched myself really hard. I'm like, what is going on? And she's just like, oh. And then just sort of awkwardly walks away because Patrick just holds fucking eye contact like it's a staring contest. Doesn't say a word, doesn't shift his position, just stares dead into her fucking soul. And she just slowly, awkwardly walks away. And I look at him and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And he looks at me and his expression just a panic. He's like, what the fuck was that? What did I just do?
Because only after she left did I recognize her.
Oh my goodness. It was something else.
What a story. Fuck me.
The Serenity Tales do not
my only chance ever. Anyway.
This comes to the nearing of my part in the Serenity Tales. 7th grade rolls around. We got gym. We don't have lunch though, I don't think. No, we had lunch, unfortunately.
Yeah, we did.
I say unfortunately only because...
Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah. And so a couple weeks go by, and, you know, we're talking, we're having fun. And there was another girl who apparently thought I was super funny, who had just met me in my our homeroom. We'll call her Nicole for the sake of this.
Indeed.
It's apparently people we care about get fake names. Everyone else gets thrown into the fucking bus.
You're right. You're right.
And so, I mean, I was sort of like, I grew up watching shows like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball Z and just anime stuff. And so it was my first introduction to the group of people who also liked anime and introduced me to manga and all that sorts of stuff. That weeaboo culture, whatever. It was nice to see other people who were like that. And so I was okay. That's good friendship. It's where we met our good buddy Aaron,
who was also going to be on this podcast.
Yep.
He will probably be here next week, hopefully.
That would be amazing.
We shall see.
It's not planned at all. You just said that. Now we gotta scramble to get Aaron on the podcast.
Aaron, we need you.
Aaron, please.
What? We need you, Aaron.
I'm at work. Take a break.
Too bad.
Go to the bathroom for an hour and 15 minutes. And so, I was getting to know her and her friend group. It was nice. And then about 2 weeks in to school, I get like one of the really annoying popular kids who pulls me away from our friend group. So I saunter away like I'm the bad bitch. I'm like, yeah, I'll go talk to her. Yeah, no, I can spare the time to play with you. I got 7 minutes. Walking away from my friends, follow around to the back of behind the gym, and there's Nicole just standing there all small and shy and awkward. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? We human sacrifice? Why is she here? You're certainly not friends. Apparently they were friends, but I mean, that changed. And she was all like, yo, she wanted to know if you'd go out with her. And I was just sort of like, what? And I was sort of like, I don't really, and I answered is obviously no at the time, because I was like, oh man, Serenity at that fucking, that 12-year-old hip swing or whatever. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't really know how to say this. I don't know how to turn you down. I've never been in this scenario before, really.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't really know how to say this. And she's like, it's okay. Me too. And I was like, so you know what I'm trying to say? And she's like, yeah. And it turns out I was trying to say no, and she thought I meant yes. And that's how we started dating for 3 years.
What a great story.
And so after that, that's exactly how it happened. So after that, not 10 fucking minutes later, in lunch after gym.
Like, seriously, not 10 minutes later. I remember this.
I get a note from Serenity at lunch, and I open it up, and it's, will you go out with me? The girl who supposedly isn't dating sends me this at this time. And I'm like, are you shitting me? Because Nicole's a sweet, cute little thing. I can't just break her heart like that. I just said yes. What kind of asshole would I be to just immediately turn around and be like, nah, sorry, fam. So I was fucking trapped. I was honor locked. I couldn't do anything. I was like, God damn it. So then I had to say no.
And thus is the only time Serenity had ever been turned down.
Yeah, and then Tim went out with her for like 2 weeks, but apparently their personalities clashed like fucking fire and ice, and it didn't go well.
Yeah, and then they stopped talking for forever.
Yeah. So there was that. And then, yeah, me and Nicole actually had a great relationship for 3 years. It was before I matured at all or knew what a relationship was like. Yeah. So in hindsight, I feel really bad for her. I was probably awful. An awful 12-year-old boyfriend. Part of me wishes I could go back and just slap my younger self and be like, pick up a phone and call her sometime, you twat. But yeah, that's... Man, we could probably have a couple of podcasts like these, because we've reached the end of our time just about, and we haven't even gotten to high school yet.
Damn it. We have 8 minutes. Great.
All right.
8 minutes on my little timer. Can we sneak in one more?
Let me think. What's a good story? Okay, I got a fun one from high school.
Okay.
You're gonna hate me for it.
I know.
No, not that one.
Oh no.
You'll figure it out.
No. Okay. All right.
So it was in our chemistry class, Miss Hagen's class.
Oh no.
And she's a great lady. She put up with so much shit from us.
I really miss Miss Hagen.
Because it was our junior year, and we didn't give a fuck. As long as we got past that class with a B, we were fine.
Yeah.
And we were both capable of doing that. So,
Capable didn't mean I did it.
Yeah, I think I slid by with a B. And so, come Monday, my boy Pat is not there. I'm like, what? Why is he not here? I message him when I get home. I'm like, yo, Holmes, what up? You alive? And he was just like, yeah, I'm okay. Just didn't miss the busters or something. I was like, oh, okay. Next day, still not there. I'm like, you okay? Oh, just not feeling too well today. Okay. Third day, he's just like, yeah, not going to school. What's going on? Come Thursday, he finally tells me that he got hurt, and he fell down a flight of stairs, and like cracked his head on like the railing, on the banister, and it was apparently bruised pretty bad. He's like, no, can't go to school. I was like, oh man, I feel you. That's pretty rough. I was like, hope you didn't break your skull. Hope you get better. He's like, okay, cool. Not there Friday either. Sort of expected that. Weekend goes by. I'm like, am I going to see you Monday? And he's like, yeah, it's better now. And we go into Monday, and this poor guy, I don't blame you for not going to school. It looked like you'd been, I don't even know how to describe it. I think someone took a purple paintbrush and attacked your face.
Yeah.
Eyebrow to forehead, ear to ear, just like black and purple. It's not good.
No.
And I was like, oh man, you sort of played it off pretty well. No one said anything. Or I was like, you all right? He's like, yeah, I just got hurt until, fell down the stairs, and it was all good. And then I think in our private time, would you like to say what happens?
No, please continue. I just don't want it. I don't want to let it slip from my mouth, please.
So you got plenty of bad stories on me to go to clap back for this.
Yes.
But he tells me, apparently on a Sunday before school had started, he found like this really big suction cup, and he was just fooling around with it because it was so cool and giant. And apparently he stuck it to his forehead because it was perfectly shaped, and it got stuck, and he couldn't get it off for like apparently a couple hours. And managed to fucking blow up every single blood vessel in his fucking forehead. So even a full fucking week later, there was a giant fucking black circle in the middle of his forehead, and the rest of it was just purple. So he's like, yeah, I don't know, fucking saved my baby brother from falling down the stairs, and I fell down myself and cracked my head. Oh, Patrick, you hero! This dude got his ass kicked by a suction cup.
Oh, fuck you for bringing this up.
To this day, it's one of my favorite high school stories. Just because I remember your face when you came in Monday with the remnants of your scars still there, and you just sort of gave me this flat look like this stairs.
It's like, don't mention it.
It's like, don't look at it, don't say anything. And I'm like, oh my god, this guy got beat up. Like, looks like someone took like the blunt end of a baseball bat and just jabbed him in the head really bad. This guy with a battering ram.
Oh my god.
Man, this Hagen story class is just a collection of stories waiting to happen.
No, that's entirely true.
Get so many. The Mountain Dew runs, the fucking...
Oh, the Dew runs. Wait, how
clutch
much time do we have?
circuits. 4 minutes.
Can I mention the Dew runs super quick?
Go for it.
Okay. We didn't have a soda machine in our high school, but as we were high schoolers, we really liked soda. So there was a soda machine in the teacher's lounge, right? Soda machine in the teacher's lounge.
Which was off limits to students.
Yeah, off limits to students. So I developed this system. Right? So each bottle of soda was $1.25, which is actually pretty good. I mean, you go to gas stations like $1.50, whatever. So I would collect the money from anyone that wanted a soda. Anyone in the class, like I didn't have to like them, whatever. And I would leave as if I'm going to the restroom.
Yeah, every day at the same time.
Yeah. And I did this a lot. Sneak into the teacher's lounge, buy my soda with the speed of light, or buy all the sodas with the speed of light, and return to class, hiding them however I could in my body. I got to the point where I was wearing heavy coats to school, so it would be less conspicuous when I
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's the end of it, where he'd wear heavy coats. This guy can sneak stuff into movie theaters now. He's pretty good. But at the beginning, where he had dislocated his knee in a freak accident, which I won't go into.
Okay.
Not
All right,
not
listen,
this cast.
I was doing this for like 3 years, and I broke my leg at one point. I dislocated my knee at one point, and I was still doing the do runs.
So
No one else had the guts to do them.
We're in Hagen's class, and this guy on his crutches, his leg all fucking wrapped up, sits there, writes out his pass on crutches over to Miss Hagen, and he's wearing like really skinny pants and like this really light jacket, and crutches over to her, and she looks at it, and it's the 86th day in a row that he's gone over at this exact time. And so she sighs and signs it, and he crutches out, and he goes. He's booking. He's gone. This dude's crutching at the speed of light down the hall. You see him just disappear. You're like, oh my god! And then like a ridiculously in proportionate time to the amount of time it would have taken him to get to the bathroom, piss, and come back. He's back real fast, and we're like, oh my goodness! He walks in, pockets bulging, and I mean, it's not even like, oh man, this dude's rocking a stiffy and he's just hiding it really bad. No. Every single pocket, you could see the clear outline of 2 Mountain Dew bottles, 3 like popping out of each pocket of his jacket, 2 in each pants pocket, and he just slowly crutches back to his seat and sits down. Everyone's looking at him. The teacher's looking at him, and he one by one slams them on the desktop like, bam, bam. These are my fucking war trophies. As if there was any misconception about what he was doing. And he did this all the time.
None of my teachers gave a shit. So, you weren't supposed to go in there, but like the only people that you could get in trouble for doing that with was like the principal. So like sometimes I'd go and there'd be a teacher already in there, and I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna get a soda, and they're just like, okay.
I don't know what fucking magic he has.
The custodians were hanging out in there sometimes. They were the coolest people ever. They were just like, yeah, go ahead. I didn't even have to speak to them. I'd ask how their day's going.
I could have a written permission from the principal himself. I'd walk into the teacher's lounge. Somebody, I'm like, what you doing in here, boy? I'm like, oh my god, I'm sorry. I have a family. I have good grades. Please don't ruin my scholastic education. I'd crack under pressure.
You would. And, and again, at the beginning, I didn't know how to do it, so I would have like 8 Mountain Dews, and like bottles of Mountain Dews, not cans, like big bottles, so I'd like find ways to hide them on my body. Like I'd shove them in my regular pockets and like stretch out my pockets. I'd put them, shove them like between my belt and my body. I'd like put them in sweatshirt pockets, hide them in sleeves. In my hood, I put on one time, wherever it needed to go.
All right. I think do runs will have to include
that.
This
Is
cast.
do it. That is the end there.
Ha! That'll do it.
Oh, shut up.
So, all right. I am pleased that we managed to take up an hour with just these few stories. We got a couple of casts, then we can go with a lot of them.
Yeah, definitely. If there is anyone actually watching these podcasts and made it all the way through, thank you very much. And be sure to comment if you like this topic and if you'd like to see a bit more, because we have more.
Don't worry. Even if we don't believe in you in my dreams, I hold you close and appreciate you.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you very much. We're going to try to do it next week. Hopefully we might get a guest on. That might be good.
No, it's guaranteed we gotta get Aaron on.
Yeah, now we gotta get Aaron. So we'll try to work that out. Try to get our boy Aaron on here just to fill up the blank space with another voice. Okay, that'll do it then. Do you want to give the outro, because I'm really bad at it?
All right. Let's see. What's a good outro? All right. Thank you everyone for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you. And wait, no, it's a YouTuber one. Okay. Call now, and we'll double your order free. That's 1-800-555-555. Wrong outro. Thanks for coming, guys. We will. was so bad. Fucking kill me. I can't live that down.
Can we redo all right, we're going to re-record the podcast.
Yeah, we gotta redo it. It's too bad. He's botched it. All right. Thanks for coming, guys. I have been Sean, and this was Patrick. This is the Patrick Productions Podcast, and we will see you. Well, you will hear us in the next one. Catch you around, guys.
See you later.